2 days have passed since Cheng-Li told me she and Xinyi would handle the aftermath. I wonder how she's doing.
Are you worried? Let's just go ask her then.
I don't know.
Greetings. We're almost done dealing with the aftermath of the previous incident. We're currently questioning the remaining Fraccidus members we caught at Mount Firmament. They wanted to get their hands on the temporal program from the legend of the Wei Qi game, with the intention of unleashing chaos in Mount Firmament once again. But thanks to you and Cheng-Li, their plans were foiled. Cheng-Li recounted to us that a Fraccidus overseer had entered the Sonora sphere and was injured by her fire. They were lucky to escape, but have not been seen since. I've put together a thorough report for City Hall. We will strengthen our defenses to make sure this doesn't happen again. We parted 2 days ago on the coast, and then she returned to Jinzhou. Perhaps she's just taking some time to rest and recover. It must have taken a lot out of her to summon that much fire at once. Cheng-Li knew you'd be worried, and she wanted me to relay this message to you. Meet her at the pavilion on Mount Firmament. She'll be waiting for you there. She also said, no more riddles this time.
How are you feeling, Rover? Well rested, I hope. Aw, can't you see I'm perfectly fine, sitting right in front of you? Don't worry, Rover. We're only having a casual conversation today. Nothing taxing. Besides, You only agreed to join me here for more questions, right? Oh, is that so? I'm curious then. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. It all started a century ago, when my mentor, Master Xuanmiao, had a brief encounter with a certain peculiar visitor. During a TD outbreak, my master was rescued by that individual. She exuded a unique energy and was always elusive. My master dug through ancient texts and unearthed her presence in long-forgotten history. After searching for several years, he finally met that person on Mount Firmament again. They played a game of Weiqi together, and that was how the legendary game record came into being. At first, I thought my master meant the game record held actual information about the time crisis. That was just a clue. The real key was finding you, the person behind it all. And lastly, the secret of immortality. It's most likely just the woodcutter's own spin on a tale. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. My master and the mysterious visitor had set a trap with the Sonorosphere, using the Weiqi game as a guise. They hid it with the Court of Cervantes' Chronos orders, and it would only activate once the time flow on Mount Firmament was restored to its normal state. Despite the Sentinel and Mount Firmament being saved, the Fraxidus would not go down without a fight. They were convinced that the temporal mandate was hidden within the game of Weiqi, but little did they know, they had already fallen into a trap. Pure coincidence or the calculated workings of the Fraxidus, the explorer stumbled upon the Weiqi board, setting off its defense mechanisms. The Sentinel was already damaged when it arrived here. My master had foreseen the disasters that would befall Mount Firmament, so he created this mechanism as a precautionary measure. The Sonorosphere would devour all who attempted to enter, unless they knew the solution to that puzzle. Precisely. The only way to escape was by burning the Sonorosphere without hurting anyone inside. It required masterful control of Forte. Thinking back, it was probably his ultimate test for me. That was his first goal with this Sonorosphere. Before leaving, Master entrusted me with a mission to find that individual, the one who played Weiqi with him, the one who left behind that game record. After my master's passing, she would be the only one who could control the Sonorosphere. By now, you should know who she is. Yes. My master often mentioned you before his passing. And from the moment you arrived in Jinzhou, I had my suspicions about your true identity. Our journey to Mount Firmament solidified my beliefs. And finally, the Weiqi board in that Sonorosphere sealed the truth for me. Sure, ask away. I'm happy to answer them to the best of my ability. Indeed, those memories, they were all real. Yes. That's all in the past. Just a little homeless girl with no name. I never thought we could make new memories in the Sonorosphere, where only the past repeats itself. A moment of companionship and protection meant everything to me. I can sense your unspoken question. Did I sacrifice my life when I burned down the Sonorosphere, like when I was a child? What I told you there was true, but I've grown and gained control over my powers. Using my 14 now won't harm me in any way. Of that you can rest assured. Also, if you really are the legendary person who changed the course of history, then you are perhaps the closest to immortality, aside from our Sentinel. We mortals come and go. Our lives are full of meetings and goodbyes. Our time on this earth is fleeting compared to yours, so don't let it bother you. See, perhaps this is why it's so hard to leave this beautiful world behind. Then, would you be willing to finish that game of Weiqi with me instead? The young orphan girl carried on. Everywhere she looked, tragedies rampant. As lament engulfed the globe, a world torn by monsters, filled with homeless souls. With her own blood as fire, she drove away the cold. And her master said, "In this tumultuous world, lives are fragile as mayflies." She couldn't exhaust herself to save those before her, but she must endure to ignite a brighter tomorrow. She wielded her wits to evade harm, treading on knives with care, alone, yet maturing through stumbles. Later on, she became someone else's teacher. to guide conscience and secure prosperity for the people, to continue lost teachings of past sages and establish peace for all. I will be the torchbearer, for one person can't rid the world of chaos alone. One day, a future of prosperity and lasting peace will arrive.
One with the sound.